Hello, everyone. Welcome back to I'm Just Sayin, where we say just about anything we want, including explicit content. The show is for mature audiences only, where discussions happen without adult supervision. Real people, real conversations, real fun. So, flying solo today and want to talk about a topic that I think people have a hard time being honest about, honest with others, and honest with themselves. Now, as I'm talking to you, I may be speaking to the women directly, but this is a blanket situation. Okay, so this whole topic, all the topics from today are really for any gender. Tale as old as time. Does he like me? Well, let's take this scenario. You go to the bar, you with your friends, you get sauced up, you flirt with a guy, or he comes to you and buys you a drink. Boom! You think this guy is into you. Maybe he is, or maybe he wants to get you drunk, or can see you are drunk or eager. I prefer to use the word eager over desperate. Not the same thing. Anyway, if you're in a bar, chances are he's looking to get laid. So, you know, you're a great candidate trotting towards the carrot he's dangling in front of you. Maybe you guys have sex, maybe just make out, or neither, and just exchange numbers. However, it pans out, you're so excited that you met this guy, that you talk to your friends about him, and they probably tell you he'll call, or if he gave you his number, he likes you. If he doesn't call, it's his loss, things like that, right? Ladies, don't misguide your friends. Tell them the truth. It's been a week and you haven't heard back. Sure, you could think he could be busy or traveling or sick, or maybe he got into a car accident, or maybe he's not into you. I mean, you've heard the saying, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? Had you not given the milk away, you may have had a chance for a date, but why date when he can get you regardless? Which brings us to my next comment. In a movie I watched, a girl reads an article on male behavior and a study on the mating preferences of the male cow. First, a bull was presented with a cow. They mated. The next day, the bull was presented with the same cow. The bull wasn't interested because he wanted a new cow, and this was now an old cow. Curious to see if they could trick the bull, the scientists came up with an ingenious ploy. The old cow was smeared with new cow scent, but the bull was no fool. This wasn't a new cow. This was just the old cow incognito. An old cow in sheep's clothing, mutton dressed as lamb. Did you know, by the way, before a cow becomes a cow, they're technically heifers. So a heifer is a female bovine that has not yet given birth to a calf. She becomes a cow once she's given birth to her first calf. I didn't even know that. Heifers are often raised as replacements to become future milk or breeding cows. Sound familiar, ladies? It's not just humans. How about some reasons why he didn't call? This guy may be a barfly or a townie, and to them, someone new is like a shiny new toy. If a guy is treating you like he doesn't give a shit, he genuinely doesn't give a shit. If a guy doesn't call you, he doesn't want to call you. I'm not saying you can't ask him out or call him. Just be prepared for possible rejection, just like when men approach us. Same thing. If he's not having sex with you, he's having sex with someone else. Probably. Possibly. It doesn't matter. So stop thinking about it. If he wanted to be with you, he would be. Excuse me. He only sees or calls you when he's drunk. My take on it, this usually happens on a Friday or Saturday night. Don't call me late at night when you're hammered, repeating yourself, cutting me off when I'm trying to answer your questions, gaslighting me like I don't make time for you, especially when you live in another city or state. Gee, I wonder why I don't take you seriously. He doesn't want to marry you. Again, my take on it, I don't need to get married. I'll live with you. I'll even wear a ring. But I don't need to sign a piece of paper that tells me what I feel for you and how long we'll be together, because we really don't know. He wants to break up with you. If I don't already know, I would like a reason, but I don't have to have one. If you're done, you're done. He ghosts you. Again, no idea why, but hasta la vista. People grow apart. They get bored. Their needs aren't met. They're tired from kids, just everyday life. Things happen, right? I mean, I've learned a lot in the relationships I was in. I learned what I don't want. I don't want to be controlled by a jealous man that presses my buttons and flirts with other girls to get a reaction out of me. No, thank you. And to the girls that don't mind their men being drunks, overly flirty, handsy, etc., that's your problem, girl. Maybe look in the mirror and ask yourself why you allow that disrespect. I don't want a guy that has a problem with me having friends or spending time with people I care about because I'm not giving him the attention. The important point is, I don't want to lose myself to someone that is dismissive of my interests, needs, and wants. Anyway, moving along. We all like a little challenge and chase, right? However, we deny the nice guy that's a green flag because we aren't attracted to them or because the chemistry is not there. Okay, fair. A lot of people want to stick to surface, but that's likely to be the guy that screams red flag, which eventually ends or becomes a lifetime of abuse, be it mental or physical, because the girl is stuck on this guy. He's so hot, or she's insecure and thinks she can't do any better. And that happens a lot and is very sad. Happens to all of us at some point or continuously. And you either work on yourself or you don't. Anyway, just a reminder again, although I'm speaking to the ladies, this can be in reverse as well. So there are a lot of game playing, toxic, messy women out there. True. Facts. Anyhow, personally, I had a lot of bad apples before I realized I don't need a man. If I have one, it's because I want him. If love is meant for me, he will find me. And if not, that's okay because my life is full. I think that's a good takeaway in general. Your life should be full. I mean, you're working, you're hanging out with your friends, or you spend time with your family and errands and chores and cooking and whatever. You fill your life. You go to the gym, you have other interests, hobbies, traveling, etc. Life is busy. You get busier and busier as you get older. So yeah, it should be full. And if it isn't, fill it up. Take up a hobby, go walking, find a friend, take a hike. Not like that, but you know what I mean? Like, fill up your life with things that give you enjoyment, make you happy at the end of the day, not sad or depressed. Don't sit in that corner. Get up. Get up. Anyway, moving on, getting past the point. Bottom line is, if a man really wants you, he will be persistent until he gets you. Period. If he's not after you, he doesn't care. So let him go already. He doesn't even have to be a bad guy. He just doesn't want you, whether he slept with you or not. Basically, if you're not adding to my life, then you're collecting dust and taking up space that you're not paying rent on. It's time to purge. I will not encourage or reward bad behavior for those who do not treat me with value. For example, if you're always calling me late at night after you've been drinking, don't bother. If you make plans to hang out on only Friday or Saturday nights, don't bother. I'm not your side bitch. I'm not the stripper you met on I-69. Okay. There are a lot of strong women out there. Don't judge them because of that. I'm not looking to go to bed with just anybody. I'm looking for one person to wake up with. When a woman says she's used to doing everything herself, she is not trying to look strong. She is showing us survival. The ones that she depended on most were the ones that disappointed her. Relying on yourself is not ego. It's protecting yourself after people keep proving they're unreliable. We create our own stability. Independence becomes our armor, not attitude. On the flip side, When I'm watching movies or reality shows or real life. Girls go out with their friends or have a bachelorette party. You see the frenzy when they get male attention or how they are with the strippers or whatever, right? And then there are other instances where everyone is interacting. There's guys, girls, party, whatever, a club, a bar. God forbid the men smile or laugh or have a good time. What is he smiling about? What's he laughing about? What are they talking about? The girls have an attitude. They may get into a fight with each other or want to leave. It's a pattern. Why is it okay for women to do or act as they wish, but when the man does it, it's not okay? And all her friends chime in for support, adding fuel to the fire. That's not good either. That is not healthy for any relationship. I can't stand when people, not just women, people that go through something with their significant other, whether it's a fight or someone cheated, anything negative, then turn around and tell your friend or his the version that's in your head or that makes you look good. For what? For the sake of your ego or to make him look bad? I'm so sick of people pointing fingers, deflecting, and not looking in the mirror. Here are some personality terms for you. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation and emotional abuse where a person systematically distorts lies about or denies reality to make another person question their own memories, perceptions, or sanity. It is a tactic aimed at gaining power and control, often leading the victim to become dependent on the perpetrator. Some key aspects: targeting reality. The goal is to make the victim doubt their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Gradual process. It often happens slowly, causing victims to dismiss incidents as one off oddities until they are fully manipulated. Context. While common in abusive relationships, it can occur between friends, family members, or in workplaces. Here are some common examples and phrases I'm sure y'all have heard. That never happened. Flatly denying events, even with evidence. Or you're just being too sensitive. Dismissing valid emotions. You're imagining things. You're crazy. Making the survivor feel mentally unstable. I never said that. Denying past statements despite having said them. Withholding, refusing to listen or engage with the victim's perspective. The origin of the term originates from the 1938 stage play and 1944 film Gaslight, in which a husband manipulates his wife into believing she is losing her mind by hiding things and dimming the lights, then denying that the events are happening. Um, by the way, if you notice the light changing, it's because it's the weather, not me. Okay. Another term I'm sure you're familiar with, love bombing. Love bombing is a manipulative tactic where someone overwhelms another person with excessive attention, affection, and praise to gain influence or control early in a relationship. While it often feels like a fairy tale at first, it is typically a precursor to emotional abuse or coercive control. Some key warning signs: excessive compliments, frequent soulmate or twin flame talk within the first few weeks, intense pressure, pushing for commitment like moving in or marriage very early on, constant communication, sending overwhelming amounts of texts or calls, and demanding your immediate attention. Where were you? Where were you? I had a boyfriend that he was later found that he had cheated on me. But anyway, point being, he was always like calling me. I'm at work, right? Like Monday through Friday, full time. And how come I didn't pick up? How come I didn't, text it back? How come I'm not answering my phone? I finally get back. I'm like, where were you? What were you doing? I was like, I'm at work. I was in a meeting. Come to find out, he was cheating. That's right. And that's what these motherfuckers do. Mm-hmm. Guilt, 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 and they think someone else is doing it when really it's just them. Fuck off. Anyhow, Lavish gifts, giving expensive or unneeded gifts that create a sense of obligation or indebtedness. Isolation, attempting to monopolize all your time and making you feel guilty for seeing friends or family. Had one of those too. Yeah, this is what they do, people. Psychologists describe a common three-stage cycle: idealization, you are showered with affection and treated as perfect to build dependency. And then there's devaluation. The affection is suddenly withdrawn and replaced by criticism, gaslighting, or emotional coldness, discard, or control. Once they feel they have hooked you, they either abandon you or use the established emotional bond to maintain power over you. Yeah, so if you suspect you are being love bombed, set boundaries. Establish clear limits on your time and how quickly the relationship progresses. A love bomber will often react with anger or guilt when their control is challenged. Trust your gut. If the intensity feels too good to be true or makes you feel uneasy, it likely is. That's another good point. I listen to my instincts because they're usually not wrong. I can't remember the last time I was about someone. A lot of things. Trust your gut. It's there for a reason. It's telling you something's off. Again, with the, oh, I know he's a red flag, but fuck it. No, you get to a point in your life where you shouldn't be saying fuck it. I mean, I guess if you do, good for you, but not me. Nope. I'm just going to go with my gut feeling. Seek support. Reconnect with your existing support system of friends and family to identify unhealthy relationship patterns. Okay, we're going to go with one more term for you: narcissism. Narcissistic behavior is a spectrum of self-centered and controlling actions characterized by grandiosity and an excessive need for admiration and a fundamental lack of empathy. While it ranges from occasional selfishness to a clinical diagnosis like narcissistic personality disorder, (NPD), these consistent patterns often result in the emotional exploitation of those around them. Some key warning signs: grandiosity, an inflated sense of self importance where the individual exaggerates their achievements and expects to be recognized as superior without putting in the work. Lack of empathy, an inability or unwillingness to recognize, validate, or care about the feelings and needs of others. Sense of entitlement, unreasonable expectations of highly favorable treatment and automatic compliance with their wishes. Blame shifting, a refusal to take responsibility for mistakes. They often twist situations to deflect fault onto others. Gaslighting, psychological manipulation that causes you to question your own memory, perception, or sanity. We talked about that one. Narcissistic rage, sudden intense outbursts of anger, aggression, or contempt, triggered by the slightest perceived criticism or threat to their ego. I had one of those too. Goodness, more than one. Anyway, impact on relationships. Interacting with someone who exhibits these behaviors can be deeply exhausting. So exhausting because they require constant validation and control. They may attempt to isolate you from loved ones or monopolize conversations to keep the focus entirely on themselves. Kind of like a pit bull. Beautiful dogs, very fucking needy. Anyway, over time, you may find yourself constantly walking on eggshells, second guessing your reality, and feeling chronically unseen or drained. Yeah. So if you are dealing with narcissistic behavior, protecting your own mental health is the priority. Set firm boundaries. Clearly define what behavior you will and will not accept and stick to your limits. Avoid jade. Do not justify, argue, defend, or explain. Jade. Narcissists often use debates to wear you down or shift the blame. So seek some support. Navigating these relationships can be highly confusing and damaging. I'm no expert. I'm not certified in anything, but you're welcome to reach out and talk to me. I'd rather have someone reach out and talk than do something drastic or something that doesn't fit to prioritize them, because you are important. I mean, I'd say that's enough for today of all of that. For those of you who are, going through any of this, again, please reach out and talk to someone that can help you. Your life is precious. You only have one, and you get to decide who you want to share it with. Don't be bullied into anything. I mean, everyone's going to be putting up with somebody's something for the rest of their lives, I guess, if you get married or you live together, right? So make sure no one's perfect, but make sure that what you are putting up with is something you can put up with, right? That person's got to be special for you to put up with their shit, vice versa. So think about that process, all that. That being said, we have near the end of my episode, but I'm gonna go over a couple things, lighten the mood. In fact, I'm gonna tell you a joke, and I'm gonna get up for it. Okay, so woman goes to a bar, picks up on a guy. Guy's like, "Sorry, you're not my type. I only like girls with big boobs." Shocker. Anyway, so she's sad. She leaves. She goes to see a doctor, a surgeon. She wants to get a boob job, and so they go through the surgeries, etc. And he tells her, "Now these are special boobs, so if you want them to grow, you have to go." And she's like, okay. So a couple of weeks later, she goes to a bar. She sees that guy and she tries to pick him up again. And he says, "Sorry, I don't like girls with that. I only like girls with big boobs." And so she says, "No problem." And he goes, "Wow, we must have the same doctor." Okay, that's it. That's my silly ass joke. Ha 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 ha. And before I go, I just want to do a quick shout out to my ASN family of podcasters out there. Maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't. Check them out, support them. A lot of it's good stuff. There's something out there for all of you. There's Russell Shoot, there's there's Y2K ish, Ghosted, Paranormal, the New Normal, Political Cadence, The Asylum. There's a lot of stuff out there. So just give them a chance, check it out. And yeah. Also, shout out to, of course, ASN, my network. And thank you all for tuning in. Hope you like the show. And if you didn't scroll on, don't troll on. Oh, man. Have a great day. I mean, I'm just saying.